I'm making this video today kind of just overviewing the biggest mistakes I made in 2024 that cost me the most money, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars. So let's get into it. First one's not moving fast enough. Now, I touched upon it in another video, so I'm only speaking from experience, but it's not moving fast enough. And essentially what that means to me is waiting for everything to be perfect. Everything's not going to be perfect. And I think in 2024, what I did was waiting until my business model was exactly at 100%, waiting until I was exactly ready to start selling, waiting until I was exactly ready to start bringing on team. And I think, I saw multiple people start their personal brand, their business later than I did, make more money. Now, you got to believe everybody's journey is different, right? So that's part of the equation, but it's also not waiting for things to be perfect. I think when you wait for things to be perfect, you kill a lot of what can be good in the meantime, and then you kill a lot of momentum. And that was single-handedly the biggest issue I made, was waiting for things to be perfect, waiting for perfection. And perfection killed a lot of good. It killed hundreds of thousands of dollars I could have made. It killed sales. It killed building a team. It killed building my business faster, building a personal brand, building things to the level that I wanted them to be. And because of that, in 2025, the way I'm going to fix that is by moving. By moving even when I'm not ready to move, by moving when I have an idea, just taking action on the idea. And moving forward, even though it's painful. I think a lot of coming down to perfection is just waiting till you mentally feel ready to do something. It's being uncomfortable that I need to do in 2025. So that's the step I'm going to take to kind of counteract waiting for perfection. Now, number two is thinking I could do everything myself. Now, for me personally, I trust myself. I trust my abilities. I trust everything that I can personally do. And I'll happily explain that to anybody that asks. But the number one thing in life, and I've really learned this lesson painfully in 2024, it's you can't do everything alone and that you need other people. Now, that's not to say you can't do a lot on your own, right? Starting a business, kind of moving forward fast, doing everything that I wanted to do, right? That was all me. That was initially just my outreach. That was initially my product development, my service fulfillment. Everything along those lines was me doing it. But now I've reached kind of a bottleneck where I have too much work to do. There's too much to do per offer, and I can't physically do it all myself. Now, if I kind of teamed up with somebody who also had the ideas that I had early on, chances are I'd be making more money now, almost guaranteed. Chances are if I worked with somebody earlier on, I'd have more opportunity, more ability. And in the last months of 2024, I'd say from September on, it was a very painful learning experience for me, but it's also one that I needed. In 2025, the goal is not just to bring people on and automate my entire business without understanding every component, but it is to bring on like-minded individuals, A-plus talent, and essentially use other people's skills, right? Allow them to prosper and succeed and work together and collaborate to build a great product. Because I think a lot of business comes down to how many people with excellent ideas come together and work towards a common goal. And I think that a big miss for me that cost me certainly hundreds of thousands of dollars was that my network, number one, wasn't as large as it needed to be. I tried to consistently do things myself, even though I wasn't technically skilled enough to do it. I could have moved faster with other people, or I just simply wanted to do it myself. And because of that, I wasn't able to move as fast as possible. Now, kind of moving on into 2025, recruiting A-plus talent, like I already mentioned, but seeing where people are successful, what people's abilities are, and finding work for them based around their skills, based around their abilities. And also understanding that your network is quite literally your net worth. I heard that quote earlier today again, but it's certainly true, right? If you have, and this is a real story for me. I had my first client, we had a situation where I needed to kind of recruit and bring on a new talent for the team. That person has now generated me 5+ clients. And it's a video I'll probably cover later on, how to actually sign clients correctly and how to do it at scale. But if you never know what people are capable of, you never know where they're going to fit into your life. And bringing on talent, bringing on like-minded individuals is single-handedly, again, one of the biggest lessons I learned this year. And it was a painful one, so kind of avoid that one. I hope you guys do. But number three, right? It's not building a personal brand faster. Like I already talked about, I think this is single-handedly 2025, my biggest goal, to build a personal brand. That's why I'm posting on YouTube. That's why I'm going to start posting on TikTok and Instagram regularly and Snapchat eventually in LinkedIn. But it's really the biggest asset you can have in 2025. It's your personal brand. And already from the few YouTube videos I've posted, I've generated 5+ people, 10+ people reaching out to me. I legit have like 30 subscribers. Like, it's so crazy to me that it's like that. But everybody here has probably seen Alex Hormozi, has probably seen, Ronaldo, any of these large celebrities online, right? I just mentioned 2 of my favorites, but once you have a personal brand, your personal brand does hundreds of thousands of outreaches for you without you even having to say a single word. People consume your content, people trust you, people trust your brand, people trust your image, and they're willing to buy a product from you and or work with you and or give you an opportunity based on the value you provide them. And a lot of that, right, not starting a personal brand boils down to caring about what other people think, right? Nobody wants to be the guy that posts crap content on YouTube or posts content that people make fun of or post content that people are going to get judged for. But at the end of the day, this is the biggest piece of advice. It's, fuck what other people think. I'd really say that, because other people are not going to pay you all the money that you want to have, right? You have to go out there and earn all that money. And other people want that money as well. So they'd rather drag you down versus you get paid. So that's another massive lesson I learned, and kind of overcoming that, right? Starting to film YouTube videos, film TikToks, Instagrams. You really just got to go for it. There's no way you're going to get to where you want to in life without truly going for it. You got to take a risk. You got to jump all in. You got to be all in for your idea, and the universe and, all these forces that be will work for you. And I'm telling you, the more work you put in, the more you're going to get out of it. So the more content you film, you can legitimately post 1 video a day for 5 years and gain hundreds of thousands of follows, hundreds of thousands of people that like your content. It may not happen at first, right? I'm not going to promise you that, but time after time, and you'll see on this channel, right? This is one of my first earlier videos. Look back at this video when in a couple years in the future, as I have more subscribers, as I have more brand worth and more people engage with me on a daily basis. I guarantee you, genuinely, I'm going to have more subscribers. I'm going to have more views. I'm going to make more money from this YouTube channel in the future than right now. So that's a piece of advice for you guys. I really hope that you guys kind of took these pieces of advice seriously and kind of moving into the new year, right? I hope that you guys truly, truly, truly do listen to this stuff and don't make these same mistakes. And I understand everybody's going to make their own mistakes, but kind of word to the wise. You can read as many personal help books as you're going to read. You can read as many business books, sales, negotiation, whatever it is. But at the end of the day, all these lessons are mistakes that you're probably going to make. So don't be upset when you make them. Understand that, it's always better on the other side. And genuinely, if you don't make these mistakes, you're probably not destined for greatness. So think about it like that. You really got to make these mistakes to be the person you want to be. So I really wish you guys the best 2025. And if you guys have any messages for me, I'm going to be putting together a outline on how I make money relatively soon here, step by step. It's all for free. So, so you guys can kind of do it yourself. It's going to be very in-depth and comprehensive. So I wish you guys the best in 2025. Keep watching my stuff if you want to learn how to make money like I do. And let's go.